Hello and welcome back to Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and today we have on the Youth and Community Engagement Coordinator for the Lynn Museum, Jah'nyah Spencer. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Danny. I'm really appreciative of this opportunity.
Great, I'm really excited to have you on here. So, do you want to just start by saying a little bit about you joined the museum last year? So you want to talk a little bit about how that experience has been so far?
So I got hired on last year through the Creative Cities Initiative. They had given the Lynn Museum Arts Center funding to help promote the series last year, and within that budget, they allocated an amount to have someone get hired on to help Danica run the program. I was trying to leave my job at Blick because I was commuting every single day to Cambridge because I was going there for school and I was going there for work, and I just wanted to kind of come back to the community, be more engaged with it, especially in the art scene, because that's what really helped me get my start as an artist here, and I really wanted to just, like I said, just kind of give back to the community that I felt raised me. And within this last year, I really feel like I've grown into the role, and I've been able to bring, new things to the table, and Danica has been teaching me just so much about how to be an event coordinator, a community coordinator, a youth coordinator, and I'm just really grateful that I get to just grow more into myself and just gain new skills within the position.
And we've seen it through Final Fridays. They've really grown from last year up to this year. What were some of the changes that you made to do that?
That's a good question. So one of the first changes that we made, we decided to condense the program. Last year we did about 9 events. I think we ran from September through October. It was a lot. It was a lot. I was doing it all the way through, through school, through the summer, and then right back when the semester started back up in September. But we wanted to try to keep the program more in the warmer parts of the year, so now we're doing it from May through September, which I think is a really good change. We've been able to see more people come out, less people are, in school. The youth have just more access to the space. Another change we decided to make this year, we decided to make the program more youth-focused, and we decided that each theme was going to celebrate a different form of art. I'm an advocate for all forms of art. I don't care what it is, whether it's visual art, music, dance. Excuse me. I really love to celebrate it, even if I'm just admiring it from afar. And as a visual artist, it was something that I felt like could really provide a platform for creatives that are youth in the city that we necessarily don't know about, and they might not know that there are spaces in Lynn for them, where they can get more opportunities, where they can meet more people, where they can network, which I think is a very valuable skill, especially for us young people. You never know, what just meeting somebody or just going somewhere once could do for your life. You really never know.
Yeah, you never know what those connections could lead to. You could just meet somebody and then all of a sudden you click and it turns into something.
Yeah, and the next, 5 years later, you're just like, wow, all it took was me meeting this one person or just going to this event, and then my whole life just changed.
And another big thing you're doing is activating Frederick Douglass Park, which is an amazing space, but not that many people know about it.
Yeah, not a lot of people know about it, and it's crazy because it's right in the center of the city.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they go by it, whether they're walking by, getting on the commuter rail, taking a bus. But now that we have been using the space for Final Fridays, more and more people are like, oh, okay, I can't wait to go to Frederick Douglass. Okay, I know something's going to be happening. And with that, because now they know the space exists, when other people use the space, they're more likely to keep showing up and the space keeps getting activated.
You all work together, and can you tell us about the one upcoming in a couple of weeks?
Yes, Graffiti Get Down. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this one. Last year, when I got hired on, the themes were already predetermined, and one of the themes that Final Fridays had previously was art and hip hop in the park, where they merged visual art with hip hop. So within that, last year they were like, okay, well, what do you want to do for art and hip hop in the park? And I was like, well, I think the perfect mix of art and hip hop is graffiti, because they both go hand in hand, and I have a lot of respect for the underground graffiti culture, especially for the writers that have propelled it over the last 30 years. And I really wanted to celebrate that. And as a visual artist, I just love that. I felt like last year that was the one where my personality shined through the most, and I'm just so excited for us to revamp it. We're gonna have some amazing artists in the live jam. We're gonna have Sophie Tuttle, we're gonna have Croc Paints, Joey Free, Okaye, some really dope artists. We're gonna have an artist alley. Luke Bars is going to be performing along with some other local acts. It's just going to be a great vibe. And of course, free entry, free food, free drinks, so there's no reason why you shouldn't be there.
Exactly. And you really promote local talent, like you said, local acts, local artists, so it can be a place for an artist to get a start.
Yeah, because when I was younger, it was events like these that really helped me, really being a part of the community, going to events, meeting people, meeting folks like Danica, like way back in the day, meeting folks from Gala, from all these great organizations. And being like so young, I was like 15, 16 when I first started entering these spaces. And I saw the way how it really changed my life. And like the biggest hurdle I feel for young people when they want to get a start in the arts is just putting themselves out there, And sometimes it's hard when you feel like you don't necessarily like fit into a space, or you feel like it doesn't really capture your vibe, or you can't really relate to it. So instead of trying to force young people into space they don't feel comfortable in, let's just make a space that is made for them.
Yeah. And you said you yourself are a visual artist, correct?
Yes. I'm a painter.
Yeah, because I've seen some of your work around town, and it's very impressive.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Yes. Yeah. So the visual arts, well, like you said, all of the different arts are amazing, but the painting, the graffiti is definitely in your kind of home field.
Yeah, like illustration.
Yeah.
Like definitely illustration, painting. I definitely consider myself more an illustrator than a painter. It's funny because everyone in my family, they're all like musicians or music people. So when I was young, like I was the one that kind of took more of like the visual side of it. And it's been like one of my favorite, like not only is it a coping mechanism, but it's just one of my favorite ways to express myself, because just being able to like really sit down, be present, and just kind of like lose myself in just making a drawing or making a mural or whatever it is. Like it's just so freeing, and being able to have an idea in my mind and then to materialize it and make it into something tangible that other people can experience. Like it's incredible. It's like whoa, it's like I could do that.
Yeah, it's such an amazing experience. Mm-hmm. And I'll ask too, what would you say is your kind of favorite part of Final Fridays, getting to run them? Kind of, what's something that's really stood out for you this last year?
Seeing Lynn youth that I've never seen before come out. And I'm just like, oh, like I meet people, I'm like, oh, hi, my name's Jah'nyah, like, and they tell me their names, and I'm like, oh, where are you from? And I'm thinking, oh, they're probably coming from like out of Lynn, and they're like, oh, like I've been living in Lynn my whole life. I graduated so-and-so years ago from this school, and I'm like, wow, like I've never seen you before. And they're just like, yeah, like I heard about it, my friend came, or I saw it on social media, and I'm having such a great time, and then they keep coming back. And like seeing, like, and just seeing so many young people, like I said, that I've never seen before, be so excited about the event, to be like, wow, like I wish we had more things like this, or wish we had more things like this when I was younger. That is the most rewarding part of it for me, because that's the whole reason for why I'm doing it. It's like I want to create a really great experience, because events like Final Fridays matter in the grand scheme of it. It matters for our youth. It matters for our arts and culture scene. It matters for our economy. It just matters. Like everybody just needs a space. Everybody deserves to have a safe space where they can just be themselves and have a great time.
Bringing the community together aspect.
Yeah, community is just so important. It's like if we're all gonna live in the same city, the least we could do is just get along and like just have a great time.
Definitely. And you mentioned too, another positive is they're all free.
Yes.
So anyone can come.
Yes, free 99. Free 99.
I like that. I'm gonna use that now.
Yes, free 99, because like it's free. What do you get? Like, there's no cost. Free entry, free food, and free refreshments.
You can't.
Plus entertainment. That's free.
You can't go wrong with it.
You really can't. You can't go wrong with it.
And they always happen on, it's the last Friday of the month. That's why they're called Final Fridays.
Yes, the last Friday of the month. Yes, Final Fridays, exactly.
And what time do they usually take place?
6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Okay, great. So consistent schedule too, so people kind of know, okay, this is happening, we're gonna get into this.
Yeah, we really wanted to, because most folks, work 9 to 5.
Right.
We want, give folks to, go home, rest up, and then, come down to Final Fridays, enjoy your evening.
Yeah, it's a perfect way to come down and enjoy, and really enjoyed having you on. And I have to wrap up in a moment, but is there anything else that I hadn't mentioned?
Not that I could think of, no.
All right.
I think we covered all of it. I think we covered all of our bases.
Okay, well that's good. That means that I did my job, you did your job, and so we're all doing well.
Yes.
And I want to thank you again, Jah'nyah, for coming on to talk about this.
Thank you for having me.
Great, awesome, and anytime. And once again, I'm Danny Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown, and we'll see you next week with more guests.